get just enough COVID of all the COVIDs that they'll like fight each other and forget about her. You know, like you get all the strains and their body's just like the war ground for it, but they just like forget that she's there.
Moses Jones?
Yeah.
That's such an underrated movie. I don't know that many people that watched it. It was so good.
We watched it in school with a sub once. I think it was like they were like, it's kind of sciencey.
It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
So good.
I didn't even learn what osmosis was for like till like 3 years after that movie came out. I was like, that's a fun word. Had no interest in figuring out
his name. I was like, his mom named him good.
Yeah, like it sounds so good with Jones. Like, no wonder. Like,
yeah.
But no. Okay, right. You guys want to start?
Yep. And
hi.
Eventually, we'll stop being so awkward in our intro.
No, we won't.
Hey guys.
How's it going? But I think it's because like we don't actually greet each other. Like
no, we don't.
We're just like we just go conversation. There's no actual formal greeting. Like
it's like a slight nod of acknowledgement that I see you. Yeah. It's like we come in and then we're just like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. My mic working?
Yeah.
Do I need to move closer, further?
Yeah. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. And then that's it. That was our greeting now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we doing a good job?
I'm gonna start doing that in person. I'll just like walk up to you and be like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Just
do it.
People assume you think they're deaf and they're just gonna be so mad at you.
Or maybe they'll appreciate that I asked.
Maybe.
What if one of them is deaf, huh?
Then
they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, but the other people will be probably pissed off. But
only due to old people.
Well, they should be fucking grateful that they're not deaf.
That's
they
right.
should be.
Huh? That they can hear me.
Yeah.
They should be grateful you're testing for them.
And that you care enough to know about their hearing. They should care that you
Yes. Exactly.
All right, Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm just drinking beer. I'm pretty boring. So that's beer.
Sonia?
I'm drinking homemade moonshine, very strong, and cranberry juice. So if I get like a urinary infection from drinking moonshine, we're good.
Okay,
good. Preemptive measure.
Yeah.
Anyone want to take a guess at what I'm drinking?
I know.
Iced tea.
Twisted tea.
Something iced tea.
It's twisted tea, like always.
Every time.
Every time. They need to pay for my drinking. I'm just gonna say.
Oh my gosh. You want to know what today's topic is?
What's today's topic?
Kinks. Winky.
I win this. Next. No.
We were just talking about it.
I know. And what's the word?
And our word is anything.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Okay, drink.
All right.
Done. Sorry. That's why I was like, and drink. Okay, I can cut that. Okay. It makes crackling again.
Okay. How about now? Now?
No. It's still
so
crackling.
The problem is
I don't
when
know.
you say now, you're not saying enough words in one sentence.
Okay, well, what about if I just string the sentence along and throw random words at it? Can you now hear me?
It's still crackling.
It's still crackling.
I'll unplug.
That's fine. Last week was my mic problem. Now it's yours. So we're just taking turns. Flip-flopping.
Yeah, is that your kink?
Once we get our mic set up, I'm going to plug our Patreon because we talked about kinks in our pre-drink episode. And then we'll continue. That way I can just cut it together. Without it sounding like I cut it together.
Yeah, you're going to be really good at it.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're mute.
Can you hear Can you hear me?
Okay. Everything is all good over here.
Yes, you sound great now.
Okay. It's
And
loud.
I don't know what's like causing it to like do that every once in a while.
Idea.
I'll ask
keeps
Chris
changing.
later. Yeah. I'll ask Chris later.
Could be a cord thing. Sometimes if it's a cord, if it's like
brand new,
somewhere,
it can't be a cord.
But if it's like inched or something,
I don't know. I like because I unplug everything because it's just a laptop. So then I put it away nicely. So like cords look good. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll ask Chris because if he has a warranty on it, then he'll just get a new one, just in case if it's faulty. Okay. We were just talking about kinks on our pre-drinks episode, which you can find on our Patreon at even the lowest tier. So if you want to hear, we're going to talk about kinks here too. If you want to hear our pre-drink kinks, I guess
we have kinks we need to be before we get drunk enough to do the real kinks.
Yeah, do the real kinks.
The real one, not the pretend ones.
If you want to know what anal bead balloon animals are. I suggest listening to that.
Yes.
If that's your thing.
Okay. Dawn seemed really excited to talk about this topic. And so I'm very curious to know her thoughts. So, is it just kinks? That's just it?
It just says kinks, winky face.
So you can pick whatever kink we like, what kinks we don't like, things we have seen, things we're interested about, whatever.
Whatever. It all goes kinks. Free flow.
Okay.
So the whole hour will be Dawn Marie talking.
Dawn Marie featuring Jess and Sonia. We're the guests this episode. She's hosting.
Oh my god. Okay. Put me on the spot, why don't you? How do we start this?
Here, I'll tell you one. It's not necessarily a kink, but it involves a sex toy and involves the hospital. So I think it makes a good story. Okay, so I was pregnant with my first child at this time, and I was with his father, and we were like 18, 19, and he had just went to like his first like sex store, I guess. Well, I was like at school. I was still in high school. And he got those penis sleeve things. They're like they're like ribbed or whatever. So you just like put it on the shaft and then it just adds like that whole ribbed thing. And he was like so pumped to try this. I recommend if you use those, safety tip, make sure put a condom over it because it will prevent it from being lost. Because I was pregnant, we weren't using condoms. It got lost. And so I spent 2 hours on my back with someone debating whether we should get pliers. Like it was, and I was like, that's not happening. So eventually went to the hospital, and then in Emerge, I had to be like, I'm also pregnant, so I had to wait an extra 30 minutes while they called maternity to determine where I should go to get this thing out of me. And then I go in, and it's a male doctor. And he takes the clamps, does the whole thing, sees it, pulls it out, and then says, you can keep it if you'd like. I did not. And I was only 18, and this is like the most mortifying experience of my life. And my boyfriend at the time was not even allowed back with me because it was like the emergency room. So I just had to like deal with that by myself. So play safe with your sex toys, no matter what your kink is.
No real balloon animals.
Yeah, no real balloon animals. Do any of you have like sex horror stories?
Horror stories.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
yeah.
Let me think.
Maybe. You do? I'm sure. I don't know. Like
none.
I'm sure. I'm
It can be with just yourself.
No, I've had so many mishaps. Like it's hard to think what is like an abnormal mishap. Like it's not. It happens all the time.
I know. Oh, I know. That was just the first one that like sent me to the hospital, you know.
I've never been brave enough to go to the hospital. Thankfully, everything has always fixed itself.
You find out you have like some like sex toy embedded in your skin, like you know,
hanging out there.
Yeah.
It's just floating
it's part of me now. It's a limb. It's an organ. It's part of me.
You go and do 23andMe and you're like 2% sex toy, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
2% silicone.
China?
Yeah. Why are you silicone?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Yep, no
Okay.
kinks.
Okay, what kinky things have you done in the bedroom? Let's go off with that first.
Well, like I have 4 kids, so you can imagine what my kink is.
That breeding.
That's breeding. But I'm pretty like very vanilla, very boring, but like in a fun way. Like
Well, for me, it's like I don't want to do kinky all the time, but I do want it like once in a while when I know I have like time set away for it. You know what I mean? Like you can't like rush kink. Like
no,
it requires aftercare and pre-care, and you know you have to like set up stuff and you know whatever else, and that is hard to do with kids.
Yeah.
And you know, and sometimes you're also just fucking tired. Like you don't want to put that fucking effort in right now, you know, you just want to get her done. But so it's like once in a while I want something a little spicy. For me it's like I like being like, I don't know, confined, tied up, I don't know, like that kind of stuff. Like dominated, and I feel like part of that's because I'm so fucking dominating in everything in my regular life that I'm like, I don't want to put that effort into the bedroom also. That's what that is. That's where that kink comes. I also feel like have like a breeding kink, but I also like just did not want more babies.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
So when my husband got snipped, like whew, so much better, so much better.
Yes.
We can play, like pretend.
Right, it's all pretend.
Pretend.
Yeah.
That's what the kinky things are. Pretend. I feel like those are like always the most preparation. Like those are the kind of like events you actually shave your legs for.
Yes.
You actually get the pretty underwear, those things.
Exactly. Like I want to feel confident. I want to, you know, look good and feel good and everything going into that stuff. It can't
new
just
bed
like
sheets.
Oh, nice clean.
It has to be.
You know,
it has to be brand new bed sheets when you're doing it, like or freshly washed, crisp. Yep. Has to be. Light a freaking candle. I don't care. You got
candles, music.
Well, no, I like. Okay, so with me. Sorry, Dave, if you're listening. I'm airing us out. So I'm like in a rush, like you guys like have kids and stuff and like time sensitive and whatever. So normally it's like out of the blue and like it's like rough, fast, and like energy and just like 15 minutes, bam, 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 and then we're done.
That sounds aggressive.
He just jackhammers you, like putting in work, you know?
Man, he like pulls a hammy. Sciatica problems.
Hey, I've done that though. I've pulled a muscle during sex. It was like my calf, and I was just like, muscle spasm. Oh my god! I'm like, get it off! It hurts.
Get away from me.
I like it a little more rough. So like he'll like grab me by my neck and like throw me down, and I'll be like, yeah, like take charge.
You're just wrestling. You're like, I'm winning this time, bitch.
Do you say, yeah?
What? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking, or whatever he says?
Yeah, like there's no missionary whatsoever. That is like a no-go in the bedroom for us. Missionaries, no. It's either from behind or I'm on top or spooning, but like aggressive spooning. Yeah, it's a thing. But it's not
just like twerking.
Yeah, would be more
aggressive spooning.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, like but there's no missionary, there's no soft, passionate. I can't do that. It makes me feel awkward. Like, I don't like sensual.
You gotta get in character.
Yeah, no, I like it fast, rough, quick, dirty. Get it done and over with.
That's your normal.
Like fun. As long as my orgasm happens within the first 2 minutes, I'm good.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like to draw that out. You know,
well,
like build that shit up. You know.
Well,
I like quantity. Like
multiples?
as many as possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Until I'm like get sleepy, which is about 17.
I don't have that luxury because Caleb will sometimes wake up, so like that's why it has to be quick and dirty. Like he just has to breathe on my clitoris, and I'm like done. Like I'm really sensitive down there, like super sensitive. You don't even have to play DJ for a full minute, and I'm just like fireworks.
You're a lazy person's dream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I need shit in like the right area, the right, you know, like stuff like that. Like Chris has it down pat, thank fucking God. But like, you know, I feel like that's one reason like one night stands and stuff never did anything for me. Like it was more fun the chase than it was the sex. You know what I mean? So, or it's more fun like feeling desirable than it was the sex, because I was like a one night stand. I never like nothing. It wasn't. I rarely would come during a one night stand. I feel like that's because you gotta know my places, and that's time.
You need trust. Like to order to get off with someone, I feel like you need trust. And with one night stands, you don't know them, therefore you cannot trust them and feel like you can just give your all to them. Therefore, orgasms are almost like non-existent.
Plus, I feel like men are very selfish in one night stands. Like if they know it's a one night stand, they don't care. They're like, what are you gonna do?
Not call me back. I got
it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's like they just, you know, they don't care, which sucks because like I'm gonna tell everyone that knows you're bad in bed. Like
sorry about your luck.
Sorry.
Sucks to be you. You like stalk him on Facebook. That's the guy.
Yeah, he sucked in bed. 3 minutes done. Like nothing. You got nothing.
You suck.
Yeah, no, they can't last only 3 minutes. But like, if I don't get off in the first like 3 minutes, like there's problems. Like, because like I said, I'm super sensitive. So if you're not doing it to me in 3 minutes, there's something wrong. Like I should be able to get off in 3 minutes.
My kink is men that know the way, like the body parts of a vagina, you know? Like they know
what the clitoris is and where.
They know what's a butthole and what's the
They all know what the butthole is. That's that's
don't get them mixed up, you know? They understand that we actually have another hole down there and we don't actually just pee from our vaginas. Like, that's pretty cool. Men that understand how periods work, you know, like men that understand my body. I feel like that's it. Men that understand my body, huge turn on. Like, if I don't have to explain my body to you, then like you're already like at least like a 5. So now the rest, like, it's so easy to become a 10 from that point.
Right? Stopping asking for directions is your kink.
But that's the thing. It's like if you're like doing something and you're like at the right body parts, but you're not doing it at the right tempo, that's fine. I can teach you that. But if I have to teach you basic anatomy that like a 12-year-old should be taught in health class, that's a turnoff. That's a turnoff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
No.
I can list all the parts in your balls. Like it's a two-way street. I want to know about your body too, and I do. So know about my body. That's all.
That's right. I know where your butthole is. You should
know
where mine is.
I know where your prostate is and where to feel it from your butthole, and you'll like it. Just let me try once, you know?
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Towards whoever's listening.
Hopefully you have a prostate. That's a funny thing. So I don't know the gender, and I'm not going to assume the gender of our listeners out there, but we get stats when you guys listen to us. And almost 60% of our audience is males. And about 70% of those males are ages 23 to 28. If that's you, hey, shout out, tweet us. Let us know. Because we're really curious. Yeah, I'm really curious. Why do you like us so much? Like, that seems like a weird age range of males to like to listen to us be educational about vulvas. But I love it. I'm here for it. You guys are already 5s. The rest of it is just like hygiene. That bumps you to an 8, and now you just gotta get 2. Personality is 2 points. Like that's not hard. Tell a good joke. You're a 10. You're a 10, King. Like that's. There you go. Everyone knows where my bar is now. You know.
Know where the parts are. Wash your balls. Tell a good joke.
Exactly. Those are like my kinks. That's how you become a 10 in my book, I guess. Which is really hard because like I don't watch a lot of porn. And that's probably why, because you don't get that time for them to like tell a good joke. You're not smelling their balls. You don't know these things. So to me, every guy in porn is like a 1 because I don't know anything about them.
That's right.
I always, like, when I watch porn, assume they have good smelling balls. I wouldn't assume otherwise.
They could probably be nasty.
It could be their like if they have been doing the scene for like an hour and a half. Eventually, their balls will stink.
Why would you think about that? That ruins the whole fantasy.
Up in porn, I'm pretty sure behind the scenes it gets pretty stank.
Okay, my brain, I don't know if this is like an autism thing or whatever, but when I'm watching movies, I think about the people behind the camera all the time. So whenever like a shot changes, I'm imagining the shot changing and all the people moving and what should be. That's how I'm doing it. And I do the same thing with porn. So I'm imagining the people in the back like watching and angling to get those shots. And I'm like, man, like they're getting like a full whiff.
They do. They're like usually nose in, you know? They're there.
They're there, right? So like, you know, it's an experience.
Behind the scenes, that's like your kink.
Yeah. I want to have sex. Well, so like behind a camera while they're filming another porn. Like no one's watching us. We're just there. They're filming a porn with other people having sex. We're just there behind the camera.
That'll be your 3D porn. Where you just like be behind the like thing.
I totally understand cucks and shit though. Like I love watching people have sex, especially in real life.
Yes, that's
like it's
voyeurism. Yeah, yes. Like I have cucks is fucking your spouse, but it's like I don't. It doesn't even turn me on. I think it's more of like that's how they do it.
For science purposes only. Like I need to know.
I would watch literally any person have sex with probably any person. I mean, like I'd be curious.
Would you ever want to be watched though? Like, is that something that you would like enjoy?
I think it depends how I feel about my body that day. If I am very confident, hell yeah, like woo, like, let it all hang out. If I'm having a fat day, then probably not. Just because bloat day? Yeah, like all I could imagine is everything jiggling. Like that's maybe a missionary. Like if I was mostly covered, yeah. Like, then I'd be like, okay, you know, fine. I guess we can do that today. What about you, Dawn?
I don't think I could be watched, but I definitely could watch others. Like definitely. But no, I wouldn't want to be watched.
I can't watch you?
No.
I want to go to a sex club so bad.
Oh my god, yes.
Would you have sex at a sex club? With your spouse or whatever. Like, it's not strangers. Just would you
I don't
do
think
it
my
at the sex
spouse
club?
would do it. That's the problem. But
Oh, Chris would. We were supposed to go like 2 years ago. And then 2.5 years ago. Yeah. Fucking COVID. It was supposed to be like.
I definitely would watch people there. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard not to.
You're like, sorry.
Like, you have to be in your underwear just to go. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
So it's not even like you're not seeing anything. Some people just walk around nude. I don't know if I'd have sex there like the first time I go. I feel like I'd be too nervous to like perform because it's a new space, new sounds, new smells, new people, new everything. But maybe like the third time, I'd probably be comfortable. Got to scope out the
2 drinks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even need drinks. I'd have to scope out the locations first.
Yeah,
like the good times to like get in there.
I would need another cleaning schedule.
Yeah.
What products are used? I need to know. Like that's.
Yeah, hygiene is good.
It's usually everything's covered in plastic anyway, easy to wipe down.
Just have sex and then peel your skin off,
Yeah.
Like.
Is that a kink?
A point system, like how loud can your like pancake body come up?
Oh my god. They have like one of those like decibel type things that measures it, so there's no cheating.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just past a certain line, free drinks for everybody.
You get a free t-shirt.
Here's your prize.
Yeah.
I made a loud
That's why your skin would sound like peeling. That sounds like someone's like, eating it.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Someone comes in right after you rip off just to lick it, Like that was their kink.
Licking dead skin.
Yeah, so they wait. They stand right near the door, wait till you to finish. As soon as they hear that, then they're like, ah!
Dressed in like vulture gear.
Yeah.
Raw.
No, we are ruining everyone's like kinks right now. Like they're never gonna look at sex again.
Or hear me out. We are giving them new ones.
That's right.
The kink unlocked.
Yeah. Well, I find most kinks you don't know if they're a kink really until you try it.
Yeah.
Like I find a lot of things I thought I was into didn't measure up in real life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of things that I didn't think I was into, like, were great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like there's that kind of, and I feel like the difference between like what a fetish and a kink. Do you know what the difference is?
No?
Yes, there is a difference.
Oh,
Yeah, there is.
I was like, they're all the same to me.
No,
Yeah,
fetish is like shit. I don't even know how to explain it. Jessica, if you can explain it, because I know there is a difference.
Oh, mind palace. Yeah, they just seem like one just seems like an extreme of the other. Like,
like one's an obsession, and then one is just what they really enjoy doing during the act.
Yeah,
but
so
one is an obsession about it, like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
A fetish is a lifestyle, and a kink is an act.
A fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to an abnormal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of the body, etc. So fetish seems to be more of like a sexual fixation onto something.
Yeah.
Well, a kink is just a person's unusual sexual preference.
Yeah.
So a fetish is more onto something, well, kink is more like an action.
Yeah.
So like a fetish would be those people that want to like fuck fences and shit and buildings. Yeah.
Like.
What if you only do it like a couple of times? Wouldn't that just be a kink?
No. Well, I mean, your obsession doesn't mean like you could. I guess you could be obsessed and like only do it a couple times, maybe. I want to go to like a brony show, like one of those furry shows. I want to go to a furry.
Oh,
your mic.
Drink.
Oh.
Yeah, you were like underwater.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, that's what you're kind of like.
Is it good now?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go to a furry convention.
I do.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I want to do that too.
Yeah, in like a full garb. Like I want to get
Yes.
like a full. I feel like that could be something I might be into. I will not hesitate. You know, it's fun.
I don't think I can have sex.
Yeah.
In
I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
But
it'd just be a fun activity.
And cosplay, like I could definitely do that too, like kink cosplay. But I don't think I could do the furry part. I don't know. Trying to fuck a bear while being a giraffe doesn't appeal to me for some reason.
If I'm gonna get fucked from behind anyway, I might as well do it in a furry suit.
Yeah, do it like rhino.
Yeah. You know.
You do that the whole time.
Yeah, like kicking the horn in, you know. You like that? You know, gotta get character.
Bebops and Rocksteady from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh my god.
Oh, but like it'd be fun. You get in a whole character, create a whole voice and persona, and then get fucked. It's like a dream.
It's like role playing.
Yeah. Well, how do you guys feel about role play?
I just said I'm into cosplay, so role play would be good too. Like, I'll dress up in a maid suit, or I'll dress up in a schoolgirl. I'll dress up into like, I don't know, a fucking.
Do you though? Like, is that something you've done, or is that something?
Oh, when I was younger, I did. I had a nurse outfit. I've had the maid outfit. I have the cop outfit. I've had there was others. It was like a gothic. Oh shit! Like I want to say witch, but it wasn't a witch. I don't know. It was gothic wench kind of thing.
A wench is a barmaid.
I know.
Yeah.
But it was gothic. Anyway, yeah. No, I've done the Pretty Little Bride. I've done what else have I done? I don't know, like the typical ones though. The basic pack.
I feel like role play. I find like if the other person's not also really dedicated and in character, it feels silly. Yeah.
It has to be a group effort.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One person show.
I find like every time I've tried, it's like the other person is just like, okay, you look hot, let's have sex. And it's like, excuse me, you're my student. Shut up. I'm gonna give you the attention. This is not me on at all.
You're my student. I will get the ruler and slap you. Stop it.
I love how like pedophilia and rape is like so ingrained in like role play. Like almost all the situations you think of are in some form.
I'm sorry you didn't have a safe childhood. Like that sucks.
But it's just like you have prisoner and inmate. Garden inmate. You got teacher and student. You got nurse and patient. You got
French maid, billionaire,
boss. Yeah, like all of those are like rape
secretary,
scenarios.
Yeah, boss.
In the nurse scenario, she's the one doing the raping. Like it's it's both. It's not just a man on female thing. And I sorry, I don't mean to bring kinks down, but I'm just saying.
Just like, why is it a downer?
I can't help it. I'm just like analyzing that now. I'm like, wow, our society is fucked. So now I am stepbrothers or step siblings is like one of the highest searched porn. Like it's fucking weird. Like just ask them if they want to fuck. Like just
ask.
Just ask. Like seriously.
Don't make Thanksgiving weird. It doesn't have to be weird.
What was that? What was that Canadian show on the Family Channel? Life with Derek. Yes. That's literally the premise. Is step siblings that have way too much sexual tension,
Why?
Like, yeah, like why Disney won't add it because it wasn't a Disney show, so we will never like,
it's never on Disney Plus.
I'm just like, people fuck their cousins. Your step sibling, step up. That's a good alternative. It's a good y'alternative, okay?
Yeah. It's healthy.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think why women enjoy the whole like rape, like non-consensual sex, like consensual, non-consensual.
Yeah.
Is they just don't want control anymore. And like you, me, and Sonia, we have so much control in our lives. Like we're doing everything that in the bedroom we tend to not want it anymore. We're like, no, like someone else take the reins. Well, I can't speak for you guys. I don't want responsibility on taking charge, even though I tend to do that still. But I can see the appeal, is all I'm saying. And I wouldn't judge anyone for wanting it.
No, I don't think it's necessarily that we have all this control. I think it's because we don't have the control. We are the ones forced into taking that role of having to make those decisions, but we're not in control of those situations. Like if our spouse really said something like, we cannot do this thing, especially if they're the ones out working, it gets really hard. And if they're not helping with certain things, then we are the ones forced into those things, like being mentally responsible for schedules and whatever else. Like that's not, we're not like in charge, like we're in charge of it, but we're not having a choice to be that. But I feel like when it comes to the responsibilities, it's like I take charge and like I have to be responsible for all these other things that I don't want to be responsible for. I'm not fucking gonna be responsible for my own orgasm right now. Like either do it or my vibrator will, but either way it requires no work from me. Like
no more.
I'm done, so like I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree with your point. Like I feel like that's why a lot of women enjoy that.
But yeah, like actually there was a survey, and like the second spot of the most kink that women actually wanted was consensual, non-consensual. They wanted the fantasy of someone just taking charge. Do you know how hard it is for a woman to admit that, like that they wanted that?
Yeah, well, because men take it and then they're like, oh, see, they like getting raped.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's not what we're saying. We just want you to do fucking chores without being asked. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Just
change the laundry over. Don't fucking forget about it. Like,
yeah. Like we just don't want to have to be responsible for also telling you to do your things.
Yeah.
Just that's it. And then it would translate in the bedroom. But if you can't be an adult and you still want to fuck, then I guess you're gonna have to put more effort in. I don't know what to say. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people forget, like, I mean, maybe like especially men or boys, because I feel like they're taught this way, being the phallic object when it comes to sex, that it's more about them, or like when it comes to sex, they don't. Oh, I mean, a lot of fucking. I don't even believe in foreplay anymore. I don't think foreplay exists. I think it's a myth. I think all sex is sex. I don't think sex starts at penetration. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like,
well, it's called oral sex because it is sex. It's called,
I just feel like the whole act from start to go is sex. Like, you're not gonna, like, there's not like, okay, you do 15 minutes of foreplay, okay, and then you do, like, like there's no.
Once you start kissing me, we're sexting.
Like, we're sexting
right now.
Like,
it started for fun. Like it's like kissing equals sex. There's no just kissing.
But I'm just saying, like, we send a dirty text. It's called sexting. If sending dirty text equivalents sex, then I think like heavily making out and grinding is also a sexual act that should be under that umbrella, not its own separate thing. Like, yeah, no, we foreplay 4 out of 6 times. Like that's pretty good. Like no, you're just having 2 quickies and 4 like actual like sexual, you know, where you're taking your time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like magazines like Cosmopolitan and shit like ruined sex for women. Ruined it. Because half their tips are about how to please a man.
Yeah.
And then their other tips are like have sex on top, also masturbate. It's like what like I haven't read an issue in 2 years, but
I read one where they're like how to communicate with your partner on how to get your O. Like
did it say anything besides tell them how?
I don't know. I was in a store and I walked past the magazine. Okay?
Because that's usually their advice. Their advice is usually tell them how to do it. But say it in a positive way, starting with a compliment. Like, I really like it when you blank. If you could just blank, it would really bring it over the top. Tell me that it's not in a Cosmopolitan episode, or issue, any of our listeners. I promise you it is.
We need to buy a Cosmo for next episode. And just like
I will read the sexual pages.
Supporting those types of magazines. House and Home, that's it.
Do they have sex tips?
No, they don't. You know what they should have? The kind of bed you should have. Oh, Jessica, it's okay. I'll tell you in a second. I'll let you get your thing.
Okay. Oh.
Well, nope.
There. Then she's gone.
Just like fuck you guys.
Got it. It was a loose USB.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Oh, I burped. Drink.
Take a drink. So, what House and Home should be suggesting is the type of beds you should be getting if you get it on all the time. You want a really sturdy, like, wall things and, like, solid
concrete brick on the bottom to hold
anchored mattress into the wall. Like, you need everything anchored.
You just need a big concrete splat like thing and then foam. Like
no concrete scrapes. Like it's not good.
Not when it's concrete to your floor. It's not gonna move.
Like a built-in house bed. Yes, like it's part of the foundation.
You can't move it anywhere.
Yeah, you can never move it. It's just always
that's
there.
Just how it is. When I was like 7 or 8 months pregnant, with Lyric, Chris and I was on top and the bed broke. So like those wooden slabs, like 2 of them cracked. Like we just felt the bed go and then I got up and I cried because I was 7 months pregnant and I was so fat and I was just like I can't even have sex anymore without breaking the bed.
It happens.
I know, and then it was like sunk in for a bit, like until we could get a new.
To make you feel better, so my second apartment, that I had with Dave, when we first moved in, we didn't have a bed, so we used an air mattress, as a bed, like, and they're big and comfy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had like plugged into the wall, so if it deflated a little, you just inflate it again, and then like you're good. We were having sex one time, and it like instantly started deflating, like, and like we popped a couple of the stitches into the bed apparently.
Oh no!
And so we couldn't get it on for like 6 months until we got a new one.
You couldn't just do it like against a wall or on a floor?
Like, not in our bedroom is what I'm saying. Like we would go in like the living room, but like bedroom was like off limits for 6 months until we could afford an actual bed.
I feel like Chris's kink is fucking in his studio. Sometimes he just like calls me down and then it's like we're against like the door, so it's like all wood and all I see is like his mics and all his gear and stuff. I feel like that's like he's like in his space, in his zone, you know? So I feel like maybe that's his kink. I should ask, hey Chris, when you're listening to this episode, he listens to everyone. Write me a kink list. Because you still don't. Like I had him take a quiz once. It was so vanilla. Like, and that's fine. I like vanilla sex most of the time. It's just like for that once in a while, I'd like to plan something husband specific, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I'm the least vanilla out of all three of us.
Because I've done almost everything.
I literally started the episode.
Like yeah.
I'm just saying, I can't. I hate, absolutely loathe missionary. I feel like I'm suffocated. I want to contribute. I feel like I can't contribute as much.
Yeah, I was like, I literally am responsible.
Like, I can move my hips a little, but not as much as if I'm on top. Or
you gotta do you know. There's a lot of
like I said, it doesn't feel like it's as much.
I got a bad back. It hurts sometimes.
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like I contribute as much as when I'm on top because, like, I'm in control. Or, like, even from behind, like, I can wiggle my ass more. I don't know.
I don't know. I find when I'm on top, like, Chris, I'm talking about our sex life. Get mad at me. I don't know. I didn't ask permission for this. This is all just, like, out there for you listeners. I feel like on top, I don't know. He's Greek, and he's pretty... you know, and I feel like on top I can't get close enough to really hit all the spots I need hit, you know. So for me in missionary, he just gets closer and then I can move my hips to get in the way I need to get hit. Or forking is another, especially in the morning. Forking is so good in the morning. Like, I don't have to deal with that. Yeah, morning forkings.
I love it.
That's literally, it's like you don't have to deal with the other person's bad breath. Like, you're still laying down. You get to be lazy. You just kind of, you know, just back it up a little bit.
Just wiggle it.
Yeah, just wiggle the butt a little bit in bed.
Wiggle the butt, and then you're done. Like,
half the time I keep my eyes closed and I just kind of get like second naps. You know, it's like
I love morning forkings. And then you get a coffee after.
Exactly. He always makes a coffee after. I don't know what it is. He's just like, good job, and then makes me a coffee. It's like, I'm like, okay.
He's like, thank you.
Dave will either go out, like, actually out into the car and go to Tim Hortons and buy me like one, or he'll order Starbucks. Like,
does that make you a like? Does that make you a sex worker if your husband pays you for sex?
In coffee?
Well, it's still money. Like,
so like, that's how I get anything. So listen, Kyle, don't listen. I want anything. All I gotta do is like, he'll be like, no, I don't want to drive you. I'll be like, okay, how about a handy? And then he gets it, and then I get where I need to go. Kyle, we need the toilet done. He's like, oh, you know, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to. I'll be like, give you a handy. And he goes and fixes the toilet.
Strategizing. That's not working hard. That's working smart.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I've used blowjobs for the same purpose. I'll be like, hey, I want to go do this, and he'll be like, well, you know, I'm tired and stuff, and I'll be like, I'll suck you off, and then he's like, you go, have fun, like, right after I do my business.
And before any of you men start going on, oh, this is female privilege, we shouldn't have to do sexual acts for you to like help your wives. Like, I'm just saying. So the fact that we have to do this, that is male privilege. So don't come after me, Joe Rogan. Female privilege does not exist.
No, because it's the best thing? Ask in the middle of a blowjob, because they're too scared to say no. Like, it's either you're gonna bite them or you're not gonna finish the job.
I'm not gonna bite them. I'm not gonna assault them.
They have the fear. They have the fear you're gonna do it.
Okay. Just because your husband thinks mid blowjob you might bite him doesn't mean all of our husbands think we would do that. I don't think Chris would ever think I'm going to bite his dick. Like,
just for fun.
Just think I would bite his dick.
I have. I mean, like you know when you like just play like little boop boop games, you know? I'll be like, I'll bite on his tip of his penis for fun. I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't do that. You know, you go on your side, you eat it like corn on the cob, like
you turn it.
Oh my god, ouch.
Helicopter dick. Everyone's played that, right?
I've not played helicopter dick.
I've not played helicopter dick.
Can't say I have. I've seen others play helicopter dick.
I played helicopter dick.
Do you like pretend it's like like you're driving like a race car? You're like,
No, I just grab it and I whirl it around, and Dink is so mad.
I already said my karaoke joke. You know, you just hold it and you go, "Is this on?"
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
smack it a little bit. I don't actually do that. I'm just putting that on there. But yeah, she just smacks dicks around. I'm also pansexual, so like your genitals do not bother me. I learned all your genitals and how they work, and I do my best to please. I'm married, but back in the day,
I do my best.
I do my best. Okay, guys.
Right?
Well,
Kyle gives me a sticker if I do a job well done.
Oh my god, I should get that. Start a sticker chart, like
a sticker book every time you do something well, like a job well done. Your satisfaction kink. There you go.
Oh, yes! Oh my god, I can get graded.
Yay!
Did I do a good job, sir?
I feel like I couldn't though, because like Chris doesn't like say mean things to me. Even like if I'm doing something shitty, he's like, huh. No, that's great. You know, like he doesn't like there's no I'll ask him like a question straight out and be like, what do you think of this? And he'll be like, oh, you did good. Great. I'm sorry. You know? So I feel like I couldn't trust his grading technique.
No, Kyle's always like, you're so beautiful or whatever, complimenting me some stupid bullshit all the time. So like I feel like whatever his response would be a lie.
Exactly.
If I say the wrong thing, I'm never getting laid again. So I'm just gonna say good things.
It's like, yes, that's true, but also
it's like I know Dave's honest. He'll be like, so like I enjoyed most, but like if we could not do this, that would be great. And I'll be like, but I want it. And he'll be like, okay, we'll do it. But whatever. I just said I wouldn't want it.
Fine.
I try to listen to Chris's boundaries. He's not I'm not able to do certain things that I'd be interested in, but that's fine. Boundaries are good. I feel like knowing the other person's boundaries, that is a turn on for me, because then I know where to draw the line and where to not. And I hate not knowing.
Yeah.
So
I joke that I'm going to breach David's boundaries all the time. He does not like that joke, but like I'm always like, just a little, and he's like, no.
We tried it. Chris said he wasn't into it, and that was that. So
yeah,
it was
I
fine.
tried it once, and I had to make sure he was drinking in order to agree to it. And then even then, he was like, no, not for me. And I'm like, maybe I didn't do like it perfect. Let me try again. He's like, no.
That's such a man answer. Wait. Like maybe you've tried it before, but like let's try it a different way because I know what I'm doing.
I'm such the man in my relationship.
I'm just always like, if you think your dick can fit in my butthole, my finger could fit in yours.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Unless you're saying your dick is smaller than my finger, then that's a you thing you need to unpack.
Don't take it out on me.
Yeah, no. We should go to a sex club together once. Just like dress all sexy and shit and just like
three of
go.
us?
Yeah.
Or like our listeners too. Like
if they want to come, for sure. Bring your
everybody
spouses.
listening.
I want to watch you have sex.
I have yet to go to a strip club. Never mind a sex club. I want to
You
go to a
haven't
strip club. No.
I went to a strip club for my bachelorette party.
Yeah, I did not.
Oh, I went to a strip club after that too. I went to a strip club in like Brantford or whatever.
Oh, that sounds sketchy.
Oh no, it was great. Like they gave me a lot of attention, so it was.
Oh, that's nice.
I know the one stripper was like, "Smack my ass," and I was like, "I'm not supposed to touch you." She's like, "Do it," and I was like, so I did it, and then she's like, "You did." That was nothing, and everyone's watching, and I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta perform, and I hit her more, and then she's like, try harder, and I was like, oh my god. So I just fucking smack, and she's like, that's more like it, and then I sat back down, and Chris was just like, you hit her hard. And I was like, I tried not to. It was a good stripping experience. And then the shot girls, like the ones that bring around the drinks, like let me take them to their breasts. So
there you go.
I would do that. I would do shots from the breast.
Oh yeah, Chris paid. Chris was right beside me paying for my shot girls. So it's like, okay. They like straddle you and you just it's good. That's my kink. Women always win. Women always win. I'm sorry, women are more sexy than men. I don't care. Like they're just more sensual, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never expect bad sex from a woman. You know what I mean? Like I never go like I go into sexual like this is all before when I was single, but I'd go into male sexual experiences expecting it to be bad. We already had the one night stand talk. I never went into an experience with a female and expected the sex to be bad. Not a one.
No, there's always communication. Like it's so well done. It's a great performance. Well done.
And this is where the foreplay is also sex comes in.
Yeah.
Because there's no penetration. Like, I mean, there can be penetration, but there's no like biological penetration with two females. You know?
Yeah.
What? Sorry. Now I just pictured like someone jamming the Bible. The machine. Oh my god. Could you imagine like a dildo? Like, it's like you could open it
like the cross.
like
Jesus on the cross.
And it peels and you can like read scripture and then you fold it back up and shove it right on in, you know?
It's a scroll. It's a tube.
Yeah. Fuck God.
I was gonna say get a dildo that's like Jesus on the cross, like the crucifix.
I think that exists actually.
or just like a Jesus face. Like
a Jesus sex doll.
Oh my god, he's praying and the part of his hands are a vibrator that go on your clit.
There you go. Perfect.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god. You can fuck Jesus.
Holy water.
Oh. Well, yeah, it has to have real squirting action for the breeders out there.
That's right.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh man, we should start Dawn's contour and start back to the line. For those that haven't listened to previous episodes, that's Dawn's line of merch that we had. It exists in our brains, but it's Dawn's contour.
Yeah.
Her imaginary.
She's the biggest cunt.
Because I'm a cunt.
No, she's not.
Yeah. You kind of do with like your shirt there. Nice little like pinky with like your head. You're just like very, very cunty looking.
She's saying I look like a cunt, but like not like a bitch cunt, but like I look like a vagina.
Vulva. I look like a vulva. That's my new favorite word since our last episode. Yeah. So
vulva.
Oh my god.
So other kinks.
I don't know. I've tried a lot. Kinks?
Like
what?
Yeah, you list and we'll say yes or no.
Okay, edging.
Yeah, speed round.
Okay,
go.
Edging.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Edging means you don't come at all, though, right? Wait,
no. Edging is where you stop. Yeah, like it starts and then they stop you before, and then they keep doing it until your final orgasm. And then
okay. I thought like edging meant you never came. It was just about the like anticipate. Okay, yeah.
No, it's at the end.
Yes.
That
okay,
you finally.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So there's edging. There is voyeurism, which we already talked about. Exhibition, which is where you like to show off. There is breeding.
I'll say yes. Yes.
Breath play.
Sorry, what?
Yes. Breath play. It's where you're choking.
Yes.
I'd say yes, but like I have limits.
And then primal play, which is like a man dominating you kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Now I can't even think. Like I had them all in my head, and now they're like gone.
Horsey play.
I would try horsey play. Like I said, I would try all this shit. You know, like no one gets hurt in that, and I get to gallop. That seems like a win.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You know, like I've been practicing for this.
What's something you won't try? I would absolutely not baby whatever where someone's like the baby.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
I agree with that. I don't want to clean up adult shit.
Yeah, no. Okay, so my hard limits is like degradation. I do not want to be degraded. I love praise. That's another one. Praise, being told I'm like good at what I'm doing and like you're fantastic. Like just a bunch of praise. Anyway, I wouldn't do impact play, which is like punching in the face. That's a no for me. Like
no violence. No. Yeah.
I like light slapping.
Yes.
If I'm like real in the mood and like, you know.
Yeah.
But and like scratching, light biting, light choking. Like as I said, it's like all these things are like light and like within reason. I don't want to not breathe. Or like I don't want to like I just want to feel like I could not breathe.
So let me do a demonstration for you guys. So this is a no. You do not want to do this, but you do want to do this for choking. No.
Yep, the pinch.
Yes. No. Yes.
So if you want to see Dawn give her choking help your instructional video, I don't know what to call it.
For breath play.
On our unedited episodes on YouTube Saturday after this airs. That's for the listeners that are like, what is she doing? What?
This no.
Yeah, basically
I'm showing everyone how to do the proper breath play.
Yeah, from the sides, not the top.
Yeah, never your jugular, always the sides. So yes.
Always.
I would definitely, obviously, I'd do breath play because I have. Spanking, yes. Handcuffs, blindfolds, yes.
No.
What? Oh, like I said, degradation, being called a slut, not for me. Don't call me a dirty slut.
I don't mind being degraded. I don't know the word. Degraded. As long as I know that's what we're doing. Like, don't just insult me without warning me first. Like, I'll cry.
Just
like if Chris just came in, he's like, "You're a fucking slut." I would just be like, "What did I do?" I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Like all day. He's like,
like you stink, you fucking bitch. Like I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's not sexy. I hate to say it.
He's like, you didn't even do the fucking dishes. What kind of wife are you? And
you stupid bitch. Now get on the bed.
Yeah, I'd be like, but if we're like in bed and then he's like, "Oh, you're like such a fucking slut," I'd be like, "Yeah,
I could, you know."
Context is important. Context is important.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think if Dave was like, "Are you my dirty little whore?" I would be all like, "Oh yeah." I'd be like, "The fuck you just call me?" Like, I'd turn around and be like, "Hold on."
I'm currently getting fucked. I'm whoever's fucking me's whore. That's just
that's right. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want, baby. Like, here I am. Like, you make me feel good, I'll make you feel good. You got me? Like, that's my payment.
Like, your little payment.
That's yeah. And I take tips in coffee, so it works out.
Yeah, we all take coffee, by the way. That's our payment plan.
So, yeah, that's another thing I'll get a handy for. So, Kyle usually makes me coffee all the time anyway, but, like, he'll be like, "Oh, I already made you, like, 5 coffees today." Like, handy. And then I get another coffee.
Coffee you didn't have to make yourself is always better.
It's always better.
Always.
Yes.
Also, I just want to add in this episode, since we're talking about dicks and vaginas, for all the men out there that do not want kids, or like really just don't want kids in the near future, vasectomies are great. I used to not swallow because I cannot stand the smell of semen. I cannot stand it. Like, well, sperm, I guess. I cannot stand the smell. So it could not be anywhere near my face. I would not swallow, etc. He got fixed. Shit goes down like fucking Diet Coke. It doesn't, like, it's just smooth. Just a little bubbly. It's all good. Goes down. and we just move on. It's so much better now that he's fixed. Like, seriously, I swallow every time just because it makes less mess. Like, I don't like, it's so much better now than before he was fixed. So I suggest everyone get a vasectomy. It doesn't affect your orgasms, but it sure affects mine. Like,
I told Dave to get a vasectomy. I was like, dude, like, I can't. And he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, schedule it for me. I was like, I will do that. Like, but then he's just like, I don't want them to talk about how they're going to do it. I was like, you have to deal. Like,
yeah, they kind of have to tell you what they're about to do to you,
like,
so you can consent. Like,
he's like, just don't tell me. Just do it, and I'll close my eyes. So I was like, no, they have to. He's like, fuck.
They like
Chris
give you
fainted.
the drugs.
Chris fainted. Like, he was good, and he got the procedure.
Tell people.
Well, Chris gets mad at me. He's doing, his story is doing good because Chris is not very good with pain at all. He's not good. He can't see blood. Like, he is not good with that stuff. He still decided after I like ripped myself open to deliver a 10-pound baby that was his. He was still gonna, his little in and out procedure that doesn't even require stitches anymore. It's literally just a Band-Aid. Like,
yeah,
he worth it. He was fine apparently in the procedure. I wasn't there. I could only hear stories from him and his dad who drove him. But apparently after the procedure, they had him walk to like the other room to like wait. And I guess when he stood up, all the blood left his brain and he kind of fainted a little bit. So he had to stay there a little bit longer just to make sure he was good. But there was he just had mild pain for a couple days and he was fine. He's fine. It's been 4 years and no scares. So we are fucking good. Like, we are golden. And his blowjob numbers have doubled, fellas. Doubled. Since pre-vasectomy. So I'm just saying that's a win.
We're like Bob Barker. Thank you for listening to Community Lushes. Please get your partners spayed or neutered. Keep the population down.
Yeah, keep the population down, you know? Yeah. I approve this message.
From Opinionated Lushes, we approve of this.
Yeah.
Opinionated Lushes.
Found our new closer. Closer.
Yes, I like that as the ending. Okay. Do you want to say it one more time, Claudia, before we close this episode? Because that pretty much sums up our breeding kinks.
There we go. All right. Now I'm on the spot. Thank you for listening to Opinionated Lushes. Get your partners spayed or neutered.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Safe.